Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Cameron and welcome. I hope you guys are having a great Halloween sort of time or whatever, and month and whatever. And yeah, so today's video is going to be the one dip challenge. I saw this on, I think, like Manny's channel, on James's channel, and I think, well, I don't watch Nikki Tutorials video, but I thought it was really cool, and I was just like, I want to try doing that. So here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that. So basically, if you don't know, it's like basically a challenge where you take like your products and you do like one pump of like foundation and like everything like that. It'll just be throughout the whole video. And yeah, so let's get started. So I'm just gonna take my little Milk Hydro Primer. I'm gonna do one pump. That's just a one pump. And you just put this basically as much as you can all over your face. I'm just putting it right here, my forehead. Luckily I don't have a ginormous face or a huge, well, I guess I have a big face, but not like a huge head. So yeah, and this makes it all nice and tacky everywhere. So we're just gonna let that sort of dry and do its thing. All right, so that is all ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and take our foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro, Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. And I'm shade 490, so I'm just gonna take it on my sponge here, just one pump. I'm gonna do it right here. So we'll just do our one pump there and just do that. So just gonna let this go all over the face. Do it on my neck. And yeah. And basically just try to get this all over everywhere. And make sure that I get as much of my face covered as possible, because also I'm going to go in with concealer, so, and a little bit of like contour. So yeah, and luckily I have a beard, so I can sort of not have to worry about the beard area. And then get the ears. There's like no product on this at all, and I'm just trying to just jam it and get it everywhere I can. All right. Okay, get the ears. Okay, so that's foundation. Next is going to be concealer. So I'm gonna take my little board this way. I just bought this just so I can try it. So this is Natural Beige. This is what I'm gonna use for my concealer, and I'm gonna try to get as much on the little applicator as I possibly can and put it here. Let me see. I'm gonna put it here, 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 here. This is gonna be messy. Put it here, put some here, and then just take it down. Just try to get. Okay, and I'm just gonna set this. I'm just gonna set it over here. I'm not gonna dip into it again. I'm gonna use this sort of little flat section part of the sponge and try to blend it all together. Sort of try to blend here. Even though there's like hardly any product everywhere. That looks okay. And then I did get a slightly darker shade in this Born This Way concealer also. I'm gonna use this one. This is in shade Butterscotch, so this one's a little bit darker. Gonna use this sort of to contour a little bit. So I'm just gonna do like a little couple. Let's see if this does anything for me. Oh, that's a little bit. I don't think this is my shade in this. Oh, no, I just got it in my hair. It looks like doo-doo. Oh no. Okay, so I'm just trying to blend everything together now. No, that didn't really do much. It just sort of, I feel like, made me look a little bit. We're gonna use a little bit of our concealer that's left over and just try to go back and use as much as we can. There's like hardly any on here. I'm gonna use this little spot because I haven't used this yet. All right. Oh man, I did not think about setting the face. Okay. Does it count? I have 2 powders, so I'm gonna use 2 different powders just to set the 2 different things. So I use this one for my under eyes. Just gonna do one little dip into this. So I'm just taking up as much product as I possibly can. And I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes. Forehead, here, and down my nose. No, screw it, I'm just gonna put this all over my face and on my neck. Just so I can do the full on one dip. All right. And I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush right here, just to make sure that it comes off. All right, so that's sort of the base done. I'm gonna go ahead and take some bronzer, and I'm gonna take, what's like a good little bronzing brush? I'm gonna use this one. I don't know what this brush is for. It's ColourPop brush. And I'm gonna tap into this Morphe bronzer, try to get it all, because I can only tap in once. Let's go. There's still a little bit of the brush that's not caked on there. All right. My hair is becoming a mess. So there's our bronzer all done. Just gonna use that to do anything left over on my chin and my jaw. Right, so I'm putting this back closed. Put this closed. And next we're gonna use some blush. I'm gonna use this Kylie blush. What is this? We're Going Shopping is the shade. And I'm gonna take it on this other little fluffy brush here. So I'm just not gonna tap too much because I don't want my blush to be too crazy. And she's closed. There's Miss Kylie blush. Oh, I actually like this blush. This blush is cute. I have all this foundation in my hair here. Okay, so there is Oh, I forgot. I was gonna do liquid highlighter, but I probably can't do that now. So we'll do highlight last. So next we're gonna do our eyebrows, and I'm just gonna take some pomade. I'm gonna take this one. This is the e.l.f. one. I probably should get a new one of this, but you know, I'm too lazy to go to Target and get a new one. So I'm just gonna comb out my brows. Luckily I have already full brows, so this is just gonna define and make them look a little bit more darker. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a good amount and sort of stir my brush around, make sure it gets all on there. Just like this. All right, lid is on. All right, I'm gonna use my little mirror here and try to carve them out a little bit. There was no talking during this because I had to try to focus, make sure that my eyebrows do not come out looking like a crazy hot mess. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. Set this aside. So next, oh, I can prime my lids. So I'm gonna use same concealer here. Just do one little dip in there. And I'm just gonna do that. The fun part begins with eyeshadow. And take this sort of concealer brush here. And I'm just gonna take my little sponge here. Just to make sure that it's all blended, basically. And we're gonna start these eyes. So I was trying to think of like what's a cool kind of look to do with this, and I just thought bring out Miss Jawbreaker and then use the mini controversy since I have not used it yet. And I was thinking to use that green shade to give me like a little Halloween vibe. So I'm probably gonna use the yellow, this one, probably the green, and then that green. So first things first, I'm gonna dip into, because this is scary. I'm gonna dip into one shade first and then we'll just build it from there. So let's see, we'll take this one. So we're gonna just go right into Miss Suck. Yeah, because it's like the only orange in this one other than orange juice. So we're just taking this brush and just tapping as hard as we can. All right, taking my mirror and we're just gonna place this here and here. And just blend it because I can't go back in. there's our one shade. We're just gonna set this aside just in case we need the brush again. We're gonna take shade Wow, the yellow one right there. And we're gonna take it on this brush. So I'm getting a good amount. And what I'm gonna do is use one side of the brush for one eye and the other side for the other eye. So we're gonna place this all right here. Oh no. One eye has a lot more than the other. I'm like really pressing on this brush trying to get some sort of pigment onto this eyeball. All right, there's our second shade done. We're gonna take another shade. I have like powder all over me. The next shade is going to be, I think I wanna darken this up just a little, maybe not. Yeah, we're gonna darken it up just a little bit and we're gonna use Miss Licorice here. And I'm taking on this brush, so I'm just sort of, that should be fine. And I'm just sort of tapping it. All right, I'm gonna go back into our first shade here and just blend it out. Since there's hardly anything on this brush, just gonna try to blend Licorice up. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Licorice since I have some left on the brush. Just deposit it here. Oh man, I just put way too much there. Let's take a little bit more here. Love how I just go right back into doing a red look. All right, we're gonna stop there. I'm just gonna go right into this green shade here. So I'm gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna just go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count 10 times and hopefully it'll go on. I basically just covered all the yellow. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with our red shade here and just try to blend into the green. And then take our yellow and do the same. Okay, now it's like green in the inner corner, whatever. So now I look like I have a Christmas green eye. I'm gonna wipe this this beautiful green shade off now. I don't know what the hell I was doing with this green. Maybe I should try to darken it up a little bit with this brown with Diet Root Beer. Maybe not with this brush, with the little tiny one. Not that one. We'll go with go with this one. We're gonna take Diet Root Beer. Try to darken up that outer. Oh damn, I didn't even save any for this side. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with all these green and brown and red and whatever. Oh damn, I didn't do anything for the under eye. Shit. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and say that the eye is done here. I'm just gonna take I feel like I have a green eye now. It's like got on underneath there. Getting try to use whatever powder I have left. Okay. Yeah. This looks like a wild night. And then we're just gonna take a little bit of Jawbreaker, which is like that sort of white shade, and we're just gonna I'm trying to make this better, but I feel like I'm making it worse. When in doubt, try to cover all the shades. Right, so she looks a mess. I don't even know what the hell this color is. This green, it looks great, but probably not with the orange or the red. Maybe if the orange was a little bit more orange and not like red orange, probably look better. So I'm gonna just take, not this brush, another little, what kind of brush? This brush, and we're gonna dip into the green right here, this sour shade. Just dipping once into her, and we're gonna put it underneath our under eye. I look like I just don't even know what I'm doing. Like all these guys, they did this tutorial and they all look cool, and I'm over here looking like a freaking green, yellow Christmas tree, whatever nonsense. Okay. So that is it with this. I'm not messing around with that anymore. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on some lashes, some mascara, and just one dipper. All right, there's lashes, one dip. I'm gonna put on some lashes really quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I just put on some lashes real quick. That definitely was not a one kind of thing. I had to take it off and put it back on. So we're just gonna go ahead and put on a lip and then do some highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead, since Matt watched Manny's video, I'm gonna use one of his lips. This is the Lunar Beauty liquid lipstick, and this one is in Daydream. So we're just gonna go ahead and put her on and only just get one dip in there. All right, and there is our one little dip there. Lastly, we're going to use Miss Laura Lee Cosmetics little highlighter palette. I'm going to use an R36. What is R36? Yep. And we're going to dip into the Miss Diamonds here. Just going to do that. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit here. Some here. Okay, come back over here. Go a little bit down the nose. Get a little bit on the forehead, on the chin. I'm just gonna take my blush brush that has no blush on it, just to sort of blend that in a little bit more. All right, that is everything. The last thing to do is use some setting spray. I'm just gonna use the little continuous mist setting spray. So we're just gonna go, there you go. That is it, all done. So that made me a little coffee. That was all my little one dip little tutorial or whatever, I guess. I feel like I did pretty well other than this eyeshadow. I feel like this green and the red and all these shades are just a little bit too crazy for me. But overall, the look looks decent. I challenge everyone watching at home to try it. You just sort of see how much product you're using and how much you're not using. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!